what today is going to be like. What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, one and the same. Currently, while other shows and other brands are taking summer vacation, they're trying to lick their wounds. What are we doing here? How about the last 4 days? 40 and 13. Last night, another solid day at the brand. 5 and 3 on the early show. And then me and Alex just sweeping the board again on Early Edge and 5. If you're not checking us out, if you're not checking us out at 4 p.m. Eastern time every single weekday, including today, you are missing out. Hashtag it pays to watch. Now, let's bring in the stars of the show. Look at these two absolute superstars that I have at my fingertips this morning. Now, I need to start with my man in the bottom here because last night, just as I predicted, the Yankees dominated the Astros all game long, then held on at the end. But, Johnny, you said that only the coach could win that game like that. I was offended. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Yeah, you're on a heater right now. That's one of the most improbable wins I've seen this season. I would actually put that up there with the Mets when they came back down 8. So those are two of the probably best comebacks this season.
Yeah, and I was on the Mets that game too. Maybe my gut is telling us a little something. And I know you hate it, and I'm here for it. All right, now this man is absolutely a savage when it comes to his props. And since he became full-time, he's lost all of one. Alex, Prop Stars, good morning, sir.
Coach, what's good? Johnny B. Hey, Coach, a little bird just informed me that the sports line is 44 and 13 over the last few days. Can you confirm or deny that?
I know we're 40 and you know what? 40 and 13. If there's 4 wins, I want to make sure we're fully transparent. But it's at least 40 and 13. If it's 44 and 13, even better. But like I tell you, and I know it drives the bosses nuts, I don't sit here and look at our record. We just pick winners more than we pick losers. That's it. So let's get into it. Storylines could affect the betting lines today. And I got to tell you, last night, once again, we nailed our NBA draft props. We've got the best in the business. Amir Tyree, my man Mikey B, doing work for us here at the Early Edge. So, Alex, start us off.
Yeah, and a last-minute surprise that left plenty of bettors frustrated, including myself, Coach. And after months of speculation, Duke's Paolo Banchero was a surprise selection by the Orlando Magic with the top overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft at the Barclays Center. We then saw Oklahoma City select Chet Holmgren with the second pick. That left Auburn forward Jabari Smith to go third overall to the Houston Rockets. In the weeks leading up to the draft, Jabari Smith was widely believed to be the first player selected. However, Banchero, a 6'10" forward from Duke, he averaged 17 points, 7.8 rebounds, 3 assists across 39 games last season for the Blue Devils. He might be the most NBA-ready prospect in this draft, in my opinion as well. He possesses the most offensive upside, which is why I think he was ultimately selected first overall. Now he's going to be looked at to anchor Orlando's rebuild, which includes Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony, Franz Wagner, Jonathan Isaac, Wendell Carter Jr., and Markelle Fultz, who really came on last season. I think Orlando's going to surprise some people next year. Even before the Banchero addition, they were trending in the right direction. They're able to add a veteran or two through free agency. It wouldn't surprise me to see them compete for a playoff spot in the upcoming season.
That is classic Prop Stars right there. I'm telling you, keep this stuff in the back of your mind. I tell you all the time, grab your paper, grab your pencil. We give you these storylines for a reason. It may not cash today, but best believe come January, February, we bring Alex back, and he'll say, remember back in June? That's why we do it. Now, Johnny, you know I always say that I'm changing lives, that we're changing lives one person at a time, correct? Right?
You say that.
Yeah, I do say that. Comedian Mr. 937 says, thanks to Coach, I finally got my engagement ring. My guy. Johnny, that's what we're doing. We're bringing families together. Now, I need you to bring us something else in the bullpen report. You're up.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about the College World Series. Congrats to Oklahoma and Ole Miss on making the College World Series finals. They were two of the three biggest underdogs when we got to Omaha. And congrats to everyone who tailed Oklahoma and Ole Miss to get a guaranteed 6-unit sweat-free final. These teams now play a 3-game series to determine the winner. Game 1 is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Game 2 is Sunday at 3 p.m. And Game 3, if necessary, is Monday. Ole Miss had their ace in Dylan DeLucia pitch a gem yesterday, but that means he'll most likely be unavailable all series. Oklahoma has all 3 of their starters lined up for the 3 games. They have yet to lose a game at the College World Series in Omaha. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
I am too. And like Johnny said, because he would never tout himself, they had OU, they had Ole Miss, and that's what he's talking about. If you bet those 2 to win, you got guaranteed money. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, now let's get into it. Because when you are 40-13 or you're 44-13, whatever it is, the pressure starts to mount. But what do we always say, Alex? What do we want? We want all the smoke. We want all the smoke. But before we do that, we got to pay those pesky little bills because we're growing, and we're growing fast. So here is a little word from one of our partners. And we are back. It is that time for our board today. Don't forget Early Edge and 5 at 4 p.m. Eastern time. These 2 will be there. So the only way, Johnny, for somebody to ruin my flow and not be on the show is to do this. So I'm going to read this word for word, our one play from SportsLine today. And if you're not a member, what in the world are you doing? $10 a month? Stop it. So Brant Sutton, international women's friendly. I can't make this up. Denmark, Brazil, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Brant Sutton sends in. He says, Coach, draw plus 230. Draw? That's like an under. But he writes here, 0-day baseball today. So, to be honest, we're just trolling Coach by making him take a draw in an international women's friendly. He wrote that. So I'm going to do it because, God forbid, I run the show. All right, that's our one play from SportsLine. You get all the cappers, all the announcers. I had a very nice fan write me yesterday and said, is it really just $10? Is that it? No hidden costs? Nothing. We're all about you. Now, where do we start today with our board after the draw? Johnny, I have a feeling that the way you're feeling today, you really want to go first. So, Johnny Bollman, the floor is yours.
Yeah, let's do it, Coach. I'm feeling good. And my first play in the College World Series, Oklahoma to win the series plus 110 against Ole Miss. Honestly, I have no idea why Ole Miss is favored here. Oklahoma has their pitching set up while Ole Miss doesn't. Oklahoma has been hitting while Ole Miss was shut down the past 2 games. Ole Miss has scored 2 runs in each of the last 2 games. Oklahoma scored 5, 6, and 13 runs in their 3 games in the College World Series. Ole Miss also seriously struggles against lefties, and they get Oklahoma's lefty ace in Game 1. Oklahoma has yet to lose a game in this College World Series, as I mentioned. These styles of play are completely different. Oklahoma plays small ball. They steal bases. They're one of the best teams in the nation at stealing bases during the season. Ole Miss doesn't. They're the polar opposite. They don't bunt runners over. They play with their power. They try to get hits with runners on. And in a park at Charles Schwab Field in Omaha that's been playing very, very big, this is a problem. That's very tough to win games like that. So I don't understand why Ole Miss is the favorite here. I really like Oklahoma to win that series. And then I got an MLB play as well. We're going to go Cardinals minus 160 versus the Cubs. Andre Palante has been very good this season since he was converted into a starter. He has a 1.69 ERA in 21 appearances overall this season. When he gets in trouble, it is with walks, but he's only had 1 walk in each of his last 2 games. He's also faced the Cubs earlier this season. He allowed just 1 earned run in 4 innings pitched. Kyle Hendricks is very, very hit or miss, and he was hit hard in his last outing. He also tends to struggle on the road. The Cardinals head home where they're 21-13 on the season and 6-2 in June. The Cubs are 6-15 in June and 1-7 on the road in June. I like the Cardinals here.
I like the Cardinals too. And for all of you at home that love the little look behind the curtain, yesterday Johnny Bollman looked me in the eye and he said, NHL over just about, college baseball over just about. He says, I'm laser focused the next 3 months on Major League Baseball. So let's start with the Cardinals today. Now, Alex, you're a man of the people too, correct? You said Jairi paid you, correct, for the showdown the other day?
He absolutely did in full.
I almost feel bad because Jairi in the chat today says, I definitely paid off my Belize trip off of SportsLine. Trip pending in 2 weeks. If I would have known that he was going to go to Belize and we were going to take part of that spending money from him, we still would have done it. We still would have made it pay. You're damn right we would have. Enjoy Belize, Jairi. Enjoy Belize. Alex,
Coach.
I feel like I need a, I don't know, little K-prop. Can you give me a K-prop this morning, sir?
You know we're in those K-prop streets, Coach, and I'm slinging them. We're going Nick Pavetta under 5.5 strikeouts. Listen, this one is heavily juiced, in my opinion. As Coach likes to say, it's well worth the squeeze. I would play this up to -175. I will explain why. He's been held under this line in 8 of 14 appearances. My model has him projected at 4.63 strikeouts. That is a significant edge. Cleveland, lowest strikeout rate in majors, also the lowest strikeout rate versus opposing right-handed pitchers. Pavetta's numbers also are inflated. The advanced metrics, he has the lowest swinging strike percentage of his career. He's run hot on strikeouts, and still this is a big number for him. Even while he's running hot, this is just a terrible matchup for strikeouts. That's why I love this under. Should have absolutely opened at 4.5. You can still get it at 5.5. Pay the juice. It's worth it. Under 5.5 strikeouts. Nick Pavetta.
I'm telling you right now. You guys, we joke about it. You guys think we joke about it. I'm telling you, the minute it comes out of Alex's mouth, boom, it's going to go down. So go play it right now as soon as I give you my picks. Because for the first time ever, gentlemen, we're making history on the show today. Did you guys know that?
Coach, you've earned this, Coach.
Thank you, Alex. It feels good to hear somebody say it to me. Thank you, Alex. But yes, as anybody knows, that if you watch the Early Edge brand, you're part of the community, that the last spot on the show is coveted. It's the Maestro spot. And for the first time ever, I'm going to be in the spot today. Now, for those of you who are brand new to the brand, well, I apologize for that because you missed the heater of all heaters. But you can get on the train today, and I've got, count them, I'm a little scared, 3 big plays today. I'm currently 15-1 in my last 16 plays, the last 4 days. Here we go. Now, I'm going to go to Atlanta for my first play. Braves hosting the Dodgers. Now, normally you look at it, you say really good pitching matchup. Why would you go there, Coach? Because the number I'm getting on the run line, it's ridiculous. I'm going to take the Braves plus 1.5, -138. Great pitching matchup, and you're going to give me the home team and an extra run. I'll take it all day. Then we're going to go to Kansas City. Last night, if you watched, we cashed the Mariners in dramatic fashion. That carries over. And when that team then has to travel after such a heartbreaking loss, they don't want to play tonight. So we're going to take the Royals -132 on the money line. Then, just because I'm feeling generous, I'm going to give you a late game. Reds, Giants. Again, when the books see certain names on the mound, they go, oh, we're going to bring the total down. Well, these two pitchers have not been that good as of late. So we're going to go Red, Giants, over 8, plus 102. I feel great about those 3 plays. All right. Coach, wasn't Mikey's run the heater of all heaters? Fact is fact. Still tipping the cap to you. Of course, Chad always has to bring me down. Huh, Alex? He always has to try and bring us down just when we're trying to go up. That's our Chad. All right. Pistology says, Coach is my all-time throat. I'm your all-time throat? All right. Coach just gave his record, so time to fade. Fade. You're probably right, Chris. Go ahead and do it if you dare. All right. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here's the recap, courtesy of the jeweler on the 1s and the 2s. Prop stars, little K prop today. Nick Pavetta in Boston. Let's go under 5.5 Ks there. That's easy. Said should have been around 4. Johnny B, 3 big plays. We're going to Avalanche to finish things off tonight. A little juicy, but they're going to take care of it. Oklahoma to win the series over Ole Miss, and Cardinals on the money line against the Cubs, -160. Then if you're going to cash with me, you're going to cash it with these 3. Braves on the run line, plus 1.5, -138. Royals at home over the A's, and then the Reds and Giants late night over 8, plus 102. Then from SportsLine itself, and again, if you're not a member, please come and join us. The water is warm. International Women's Friendly. Why? I guess because we can. Denmark, Brazil, draw, plus 230. And I promise you, if I do bet this, I will not watch 1 minute of it. All right, jeweler, show your face. Where is the man that is a savage with his golf picks? Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I am doing great. Today we got the Jewelers Gym. Just going to be a little two-way parlay. Going to take the Avalanche on the money line, tailing Johnny B from the afternoon show yesterday. And then we've got a round 2 matchup for the Travelers Championship. Charles Howe III, also known as Chucky Three Sticks, over Jason Day. Day had just an awful Thursday. Lost 4 strokes total to the field. Pretty much throughout the bag, he played terribly, couldn't putt, couldn't hit the ball. It was the exact opposite for Charles Howe. So we're going to expect Jason Day to hit that eject button, get out of town early, or I guess tomorrow or this afternoon, since they're playing in the afternoon. Put those together, it's plus 191. And Coach, I gotta, we'll have to talk offline about how maybe you shouldn't be just reading some of these comments willy-nilly, because the chat picked up on something that you didn't, but we'll tease that for later.
Oh, okay. Maybe did I miss something? Okay.
You missed something, but we can't even say it on air. So you know what?
Oh, I got you. I think I know what you're talking about. All right. Somebody said, don't grab your pen and paper, take a screenshot. Well, we've addressed the screenshots before. You take a screenshot. If that's how you want to watch the show, you will miss out on a lot of winners, my friend. But if that's what you want to do, go for it. I love this so much. Don't forget Early Edge in 5 today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. If you'd like a little MMA betting action tonight, me and my boy Ian Parker on the DraftKings pre-fight show for the PFL tonight on ESPN and ESPN Plus. We are everywhere. The SportsLine family is everywhere. So with that being said, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, I love them all. Johnny B, Proud Stars, and of course, Jeweler on the 1s and the 2s. I am the coach. Tell your friends you want to be included. You want to be valued. You want to cash more than you don't. We keep it simple right here at the Early Edge. Good luck.